Good morning. Good to be with you again. Thank you for joining me today. Very cold here in Calgary. We may be interrupted by my bored and hungry cats. So we will do our best. Let's begin by getting into our mindful bodies, taking several deep breaths together in silence. Our last meeting was New Year's Eve, so this is our first practice of 2024. When settling into the mindful body, we call to mind the image of something strong and straight in nature. So the two obvious images are the mountain and the tree, both of which have a root or a root system that extends far beyond what we can see. Much like our own selves, our strengths extend far beyond what is visible on the outside, and our complexity also is so much greater than is visible from the outside. In the mindful body, maybe we sit up a little taller. We can plant the feet firmly on the floor if you're sitting. Noticing where we make contact with the floor, feet and sit bones. I'm in a chair, but I'm also comfortable on the floor or standing or lying down. However, I do find it easier to maintain focus if I am not lying down, even if I'm not sleepy. But lying down, I'm more likely to space out. So I prefer to meditate seated. And just noticing the strength and quietness of the body. This imperfect and perfect vehicle we get to travel in for this lifetime is a great blessing. With all of its strengths and weaknesses, it remains a great blessing to us. And sitting together, breathing deeply, we honor its contribution to our lives, its ability to allow us to serve ourselves and community with highest and best. And moving on to our second anchor. We will return to the body though. Each anchor that we bring to mind is not exclusive. They accumulate and circulate together. So our next anchor is the breath, which we've already spoken of briefly. The breath is involuntary, so there's not a right or wrong way to breathe. We just breathe, try to keep it relaxed and easy. Noticing the natural breath, noticing how it expands the belly and lifts the torso. Keeping the spine straight and comfortable. enjoying these natural deep breaths without criticism or self-consciousness, judgment. We just inhale easily and exhale, always giving thanks for this wonderful ability we have to oxygenate and keep going. What a remarkable, complex system we are. And breathing, unless you have a respiratory problem, is definitely something we take for granted. And so spending a moment enjoying the breath, wondering at its awesomeness, and full of gratitude for the ability to inhale and exhale. And let's add a thought, a helpful thought to the inhalation and exhalation that serves our meditation this morning. As we inhale, we remind ourselves of our deep strength, our deep complexity. And as we exhale, we release any thoughts or feelings that don't serve. Perhaps we feel we are not strong. Let's release that. And taking several deep breaths. Inhaling with gratitude, our sense of strength, our commitment to highest and best for ourselves and others. And exhaling, releasing the mind chatter of self-criticism, the endless stream of thoughts we have. We can't be happy until we have this, until we've done this, until we own this. We're not a good person. We're not a beautiful person until certain conditions are met. All of that is false thinking, and let's let it go. Let's practice letting it go. That is the discipline, is the practicing of noticing and letting that go. It doesn't stay gone. We keep releasing it lifelong. It is a process, it is a journey, it is a discipline that we commit to. I'm very glad you're with me here to share that. Just observing curious, noisy cats. Let's continue to inhale and exhale. Maybe you're finding it hard to breathe this morning. I certainly am. So little breaths, not a big one. Maybe as you practice, you notice you're not feeling good. That's okay. Part of our work is compassion for developing the equanimity of noticing where we're at and allowing it to be. Our three pillars as meditators are compassion, equanimity, and attention. And so as we sit together and practice, we will build a matrix of these three components. The ability to notice where I am, how I feel, what I'm thinking, and to have a little bit of distance so I'm not reacting to my thoughts and emotions, so that I can choose the response that best aligns with my goals, so I can give highest and best to my community. The equanimity to accept that things are the way they are. Circumstances, people, many things are beyond our ability to control and change. And of course, compassion, so that we can continue to love ourselves and others despite what we perceive to be problems and flaws. We want to keep these three qualities of attention, equanimity, and compassion flowing freely during our practice, regardless of the anchor. Today, we have focused on the body and the breath. And in our subsequent practices, we will come back to these two anchors, but we will pick up on several others. Let's conclude our practice by sitting together for a moment in silence, breathing, stretching out the body, higher, larger, straighter, but comfortable. And over the week, let's commit to practicing breathing, sitting in the mindful body, noticing, getting to know ourselves with curiosity and wonder. Excited about the journey? I am. Thank you for meeting with me today. Looking forward to seeing you again next week.